Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Here's that magic guy, and today I've got an absolute gem of a trick for you. This is only our second video of the year and I wanted to make it something special. So I'm bringing you one of my favorite self-working card tricks of all time. Seriously, this one is a game changer. What makes this trick so incredible is that it requires no setup beforehand. The spectator gets to shuffle the deck as much as they like, and the surprises keep coming one after another. Trust me, the reactions you'll get with this trick are pure gold. If you love magic that's simple to perform but delivers a massive impact, this is the one for you. So grab your deck of cards, sit back, and get ready to learn a truly magical experience. First, I'll perform the trick to show you what it looks like, and then we'll dive into all the details on how to do it. Let's get started. To begin, hand the deck of cards to your spectator and ask them to shuffle it thoroughly. They can mix the cards as much as they want. There are no restrictions here. Once they are done mixing and shuffling the cards, you tell them you're going to make a prediction. You go through the deck casually, pick a card, and set it aside face down. This is your prediction card, and we'll return to it later. Next, you ask your spectator to say stop as you deal cards one by one face up onto the table. Wherever they decide to stop, you ask them to take those cards and turn them face down. Now they can cut off the remaining cards anywhere they like and place those down on the table as well. You then mark the spot they cut to by placing the rest of the deck crosswise over their pile. At this point, you turn to them and say, "Do you have any idea how many cards you just dealt?" Naturally, they'll say no. Then you ask, "Do you know how many cards you cut here?" Again, they won't know. You smile and say, "All right, let's take a look at the card you cut to." You lift the top card of the bottom packet. It's an ace. Now, things start to get really magical. You hand the remaining cards back to them and say, "This is an ace." Let's spell the word ace. Deal one card for each letter, A-C-E. After they finish dealing, you ask them to turn over the top card of the pile they just created. It's another ace. You grin and say, "This is unbelievable, but it's about to get even crazier." You remind them about the prediction card you selected at the start of the trick. They turn it over. It's also an ace. Now for the grand finale. You tell them, "Wouldn't it be amazing if there was one more ace?" You point to the top card of the packet they've been holding all along. When they turn over the top card, it's the fourth and final ace. From a shuffled deck of cards, they've just uncovered a perfect four of a kind, and every reveal feels more impossible than the last. It's pure magic. Let's unpack how this trick works. The beauty of it lies in its simplicity and the fact that the setup happens in real time, right in front of your spectator without them realizing it. Here's the step-by-step process. The first step is to get the cards shuffled. Hand the deck to your spectator and let them shuffle it as much as they want. When you get the deck back, note the bottom card. This card determines the four of a kind you'll use. For example, if the bottom card is a 5, your goal is to set up all the 5s in the deck. Second step is to set the cards. To set up the cards, you'll need to take the bottom card, in this case a 5, and place it in your other hand. Add enough cards on top to match the number of letters in 5, F-I-V-E, so 4 cards total. Add 3 more cards to your other hand and place this packet down on the table. Then find the second 5, place it on top of the other packet, and set this stack down. This sets up 2 5s together. Then use the third 5 as your prediction card and place it off to the side. Find the final 5, split the deck where the final 5 is, and keep this other packet at the back of the original packet and place the whole thing down. By the end of this process, your deck is ready for the big reveal. This setup takes only a few seconds and can be done while chatting with your spectator or pretending to search for your prediction card. Now the third step is to perform the trick, and a very easy force. Start by dealing cards face up one at a time and making sure you pass the first 2 5s. Then ask your spectator to say stop wherever they like. Once they do, turn the dealt cards face down. Then ask them to cut off any number of cards from their packet and set them on the table. Mark the cut by placing the remaining cards crosswise over their pile. This subtle move convinces the spectator that they freely selected their cut point. Then comes the final step of revelation. Ask them, do they have an idea of how many cards they dealt before saying, stop? They will naturally say no. Then ask them, do you know at which card you cut this deck? Again, they will say no. After this, simply reveal the card they cut to. It's the first 5. This sets the stage for the spell out sequence. Hand them the remaining cards and ask them to spell 5, dealing 1 card for each letter. The last card they deal is, of course, another 5. At this point, they will be really amazed. Tell them you're going to take this a step further. Remind them of the card you set aside at the start of the trick. When they turn it over, it's the third 5. Then comes the final reveal. Direct them to turn over the top card of the packet they've been holding since the beginning. It's the fourth 5. The reactions you'll get at this point are priceless. There is one scenario that needs some extra caution. Suppose after they shuffle, you take a look at the bottom card and you find that the second of a kind is right next to or within the spelling count of the bottom card. This will disrupt the trick. In this case, you can ask your spectator to shuffle the deck a bit more to make sure everything is properly mixed up. Secondly, if the setup gets disrupted or you accidentally grab an extra card, don't panic. You can always pretend to reconsider your prediction or shuffle a bit more to reset the deck. This trick works with any 4 of a kind. Just note the bottom card when you retrieve the deck from your spectator. Practice the setup until it feels smooth and natural. The faster and more confidently you execute it, the more convincing the trick will be. And that's it, folks. This is hands down one of the best self-working card tricks out there. It's easy to perform, works with any shuffled deck, and delivers mind-blowing results every single time. Plus, the setup happens right in front of your spectator, making it even more impressive. This trick was originally created by the legendary Larry Jennings, so if you want to dive deeper into his incredible work, I highly recommend checking out his material. If you enjoyed this tutorial and my little tweaks to the trick, drop a like and let me know in the comments. Got ideas for improving the trick? I'd love to hear them. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I post new tricks and tutorials every week, and I'd love to have you here. Take care, stay magical, and I'll see you in the next video.